There is no team in sports like this one. There is no way the series I just watched was real. There's no way. There's no way. In case you've been living under a rock, couldn't tell, but you probably knew, because if you're watching this video and you're watching this channel, you're a diehard Met fan. No casual Met fans watching Met YouTube videos. The New York Mets, they lost the series to the Marlins. To the Marlins. And honestly, we should have got swept. We should have got swept. It's wow. There's seriously, I said in the intro, there's seriously no other team in sports like this one. There seriously isn't. It is wild. It's wild to me how embarrassing this team is. And you could just fucking smell the garbage of this team. You saw this coming, and I am so tired. This was the chance to capitalize on a last place team. Put yourself ahead of the Phillies. Put yourself just so far ahead in the NL East. This was your chance. And you drop the fucking ball completely. You drop the ball completely. It's truly amazing to me how much of a circus this team is. It's like there's just no competitive at bats right now. Here, I'll pull up the tweet that I saw. I saw a tweet. Let me pull it up. I don't remember who it was, but it was very true. I ended up retweeting it. It was Michael Barron. Guy who writes for the MLB, SNY. He tweeted, the Mets are, this is during game 3, I think, that he tweeted this. The Mets aren't even putting up competitive at-bats at this point. They are making over-aggressive and making weak contact. I'm going to restart. The Mets aren't even putting up competitive at-bats at this point. They are over-aggressive and making weak contact from one at-bat to the next, not even giving themselves a chance. Also in game 3, the Mets stranded the bases loaded in the 7th. They are 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. That was during that game from Tim Healy. Love that. Let's see. What other tweets do we have? Anthony DeComo tweets, the 2021 Mets rate just 4 points better than the 1962 Mets with the bases loaded. It's the 7th lowest mark in franchise history. They are shit. I'm just confused. You go into the season. Before I even recap any of these games, you go into the season. You see Nimmo leading off, Lindor in the lineup, Alonso, Davis, McNeil. Holy crap. James McCann too? Dom Smith. You go into this year, you look 1 to 9 when there's a DH. You look at this lineup and say, how does anyone get this lineup out? And apparently it's not difficult. It's just mind-blowing. It's so mind-blowing. And I'm going to throw a hot take I've been throwing out for a bit, and I do not care how much backlash I get for it. I do not care. The 2019 Mets were better than this year's Mets. And I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why. The first reason, they actually beat up bad teams. The second reason, they actually had a hot streak of baseball. This team has just been up and down, up and down, up and down all year. They've never have had a hot streak this season. Never. When? see all these teams stringing together like at least 5-game win streaks. Do we even have a 5-game win streak this season? I don't think so. And the last reason is if you throw this year's Edwin Diaz into that 2019 mix, who knows what happens with the Mets that year? Who knows? They were pretty good against the Nationals, and that team ended up winning the World Series. You would have had DeGrom in the wild card game. Hell, maybe even win the division. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. There's always a chance at that point. That team was just better, and it's just mind-blowing. And it's just mind-blowing to me. How you basically add to that 2019 lineup. You basically remove Cano and add Lindor to that lineup. It's like... And you add McCann for Rama. It just... I can't... It doesn't compute with me. It really just doesn't. So, let me give you guys the total for runners left on base in every single game for the Mets. Let's do that. Game 1, 9 runners left on base. Game 2, 5 runners left on base, which isn't terrible. Game 3, 12 runners left on base. And today's game, 15 runners left on base. You're just not going to win baseball games. You just aren't. 15. And it just, like, oh my God. If, imagine, like, people play drinking games for every time the Mets leave a runner on base. Like, if anyone is, you must be in the hospital right now. Because, my God, like, you got alcohol poisoning then. There's just no way. They're 4 for 13 today with the runners in scoring position. In game 3, if they have the stat, which they don't for whatever reason for that game. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, there it is. 2 for 13 in game 3. Game 2, 1 for 7. And in game 1, they were 1 for 10. Good stuff. Good stuff. And it's just like, they're so impatient at the plate. Like, the amount of times they just don't take a pitch, it's wild. It's amazing. It's just fascinating to me. And then you had Javi Baez getting the golden sombrero today. Michael Conforto. Michael Conforto should not even be in the everyday lineup anymore. And I don't care how much hate I get for that. And honestly, I don't care that anyone... I really just don't care. I'm sorry. He just can't be in the everyday lineup. And I'm sorry but the boos are warranted at this point. When he comes back to Citi Field, if he's still playing this way, the boos are warranted at this point. This is bad baseball from him. And I am tired of every single season we go into. This is the year Conforto will break out and be an MVP candidate. Yeah, that Michael Conforto is a figment of your imagination because he's not ever going to be that player. He's never shown that. Never. Oh, in the 60-game season last year, you say? Well, hey, if you want to judge everything off of the 60-game season, then go ahead. Go crazy and judge everything on that 60-game season. I've never with Conforto, I'm not gonna say, obviously he's complete shit right now. I'm not gonna say he's complete shit and he is going to be an MVP. He is somewhere in the middle of that. And I'm sorry, but if he's just in the middle of that, you got at some point look for an upgrade in the outfield. I'm sorry. You look for maybe a Byron Buxton, move Nimmo to right. I know people are gonna be like, Oh, you're overreacting to a short span. This has been all season. All season, there's no offense. None. And I don't understand how Luis Rojas could fill out the lineup card today and hand in the lineup card with Brandon Nimmo and Jeff McNeil sitting on the same day. The only two guys producing for you. I got news for you, Rojas. I got news for you if you need to hear this. The Jeff McNeil and Brandon Nimmo are your best hitters. They are. So let's just sit them on the same day. Let's just sit them on the same day. I got news for you also. If you, granted, this probably isn't shocking to the world. James McCann stinks. He... Forget his offense. His defense today was embarrassing. Usually I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. This series, though, I don't know what the fuck has happened to him. He is just a different player this series, and hopefully he snaps out of it, because I was a huge fan of the signing this offseason. But man, this series, he sucked on both sides of the plate. Sucked. Granted, everyone did pretty much, except Nimmo and McNeil, but of course, you know, line up on the same day. But with McCann, he couldn't apply a simple tag today. Perhaps the outcome of the game changes if he just properly applies that tag to Alfaro while he's crossing the plate for that third run. Could change the whole dynamic of the game. And forget that. It's just mind-blowing to me that the only runs that they scored in this ninth inning was, or the only run that they did score, the one run. Like, you're just making soft contact in the infield and relying on bad defense to get on. When you play good teams coming up, like the Dodgers, the Giants, yeah, good luck with that shit. You're not getting these soft ground plays into the infield relying on bad defense. You're not getting on base that way. Familia was awful this series as well. 3 earned runs today. 1 earned run yesterday. Then did he pitch any other games? He was good in the first game of the series. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what to tell anyone. I really don't. I can't recap these games normally because of how bad they are. I seriously can't. I can't do it. Albert Almora was the best hitter today. It's like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say about these games when Almora was the best hitter? It's becoming that everyone in the lineup either walks or strikes out, and it's just embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Again, like, I hope they just shut me the fuck up and go out there and sweep the Phillies. And anyone that I'm crapping in this, like Conforto, McCann, Familia, go out there and have a good series and shut me the fuck up so I could give you praise and you could I could say that you shut me the fuck up. But they got to be better than this, man. It's just like, I don't understand how this lineup performed better when Khalil Lee, Dinesh Fargas, all those guys were hitting in the meat of the order. It just... It's also just frustrating. You look at your crosstown rival making a serious push when they're not even first place in their division. Make a serious push for the playoffs. And the Mets just settled for Javi Baez, which I'm happy about. I'm not going to complain, even though he did have a golden sombrero today, which, God, but it was clear as day that you needed more than just Javi Baez to add to this offense, and the Mets just didn't. I mean, I said it for the last series. Your best offense has been from Brandon Drury. It's like, well, you know what? Lindor was underachieving this season, but clearly he needs to be. Clearly, something about him being in the lineup changes this team, because at least the team was somewhat decent. So, like I said, hopefully we could just send a prayer. Hopefully they'll come out next series against the Phillies, which they have to, and they'll still be in first place. And if they're not in first place, and if they get swept, especially, I just don't even know how I'm gonna make any videos. I seriously don't know how I can make any videos if they get swept by the Phillies. You just dropped 3 out of 4 of the Marlins, so it wouldn't be shocking if we ended up losing the series to the Phillies and even getting swept. It wouldn't be. It's not outrageous to think that. And if it does happen, I am going to lose my fucking mind on this camera. I'm going on vacation. I'm gonna try my best to watch these games still. Granted, think I want to though? You think I fucking want to? This is my fucking gig though. So I'm gonna try my best to watch them. The middle game might be a little more tough to watch, but I'm definitely going to watch the first game tomorrow. Right, it's tomorrow. I don't even know. Yeah, it's tomorrow. And then the last game, I'll probably be on my way home from vacation, so I'll try my best to watch that game. Not try my best. I will watch that game. The middle game, like I said, will be a little more tougher, but hell, I might even make a video in my fucking car on the way home. Losing my mind. Who the hell knows? Just shut me up. Go out and fucking win this series, Mets. Let's go. Need this series win. LFGM, let's fucking go, Mets. Win the damn series.